Hey again, everyone. How you doing? It's still Saturday night. I'm trying to get this right. So anyways, E major 7 with an F sharp bass, F sharp 7 with a +9 and a +4. It's getting you out of the chorus here. E major 7, here it is, big flat E 7, E major 7, and +4. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I like it in there, the +4 in there. Everything's just big on E major 7. Everything, look how big it is. But it's coming out of that F7, +9, +4. And it's crawling up here. Fifth root. Then here's the E flat. Still keeps going. There's that theme, B, a B, and the common B, and then A sharp, G sharp, and then if somebody's in it's a B flat or an A flat, if it's coming out of an E flat here, D. It would be the +4, and then the +5, and the +5, and the +4 of the crawl. But in the basic chord, it's D7, 6. The 6 is the B. So we got them all the way from F sharp to the F sharp, E with the F sharp bass, F making a +4 with the B. We're in the B common tone technology. E with it's the 5th of E. It's the +5 of E flat, keep it there. It's the 6 of D. Remember, I'm crawling just down chromatically. What's the next one? D flat, it's the 7 of D flat. It's the major 7 of, I'm just flattening up into a 6 and a 2 of a major 7. And it's the 1 of a fraction. It's actually the 2 of the top of a fraction of A major 7, 2. And then we're back to the A minor 7. Oh, I'm going too fast here on this. Here's E major 7. Now this should have E flat up here, doesn't it? But I just added those measures in right now. So, and then the D7 should have a D7 D7 6, and D flat 7, and the C major 7, and then the A major 7. That's right, turn the page. A major 7 with a B bass, and then we're home like we were back in the verse where we went A minor 7, playing with the 2 and the minor 3. Look at G sharp, which is a enharmonic note with A flat, but still playing with the minor 3rd and the third. So I have that a hint of that verse is coming back from the chorus, and it does. G6. Look at the top notes. Just like we were jamming in the coffee house at the beginning. Right? And we're right there in the E minor 4, 7, 4, G6, and then I harmonized it. All those notes together, E minor. But let's go back up top here with this A minor 7, then the G sharp minor 7. Just playing with that melody, and we've had so many B's. If you go back as in B, look at all these B's. As soon as we got out of the here's the B's. Accent landing on B, like 2, 3, 5. Here's a B. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 5. Still of a fraction, top part of the fraction chord. B, and then that sync of A sharp, G sharp. Oh, missed the handle of the tool to turn the page. All right, F7 +9 +4, but but still the crawl of the melody. G sharp, A sharp, A sharp, G sharp. Sorry, and then E major 7. I'm putting the +4 in there because of the melody is going to hit the +4, not the 4, but the +4 because it's major. And then I should have this up there. I don't have it yet, but it's E flat 7 +5. We've seen before, and it's still the crawl down. Same of the enharmonic versions of A sharp and G sharp, which is B flat and A flat, and then D. And I'm going to use still the +5 and the 4 to crawl down the same notes, and then D flat. I'm going to crawl down the same notes, which turns out to be really nice notes, the 6 and the 5 of the D flat, and then C. And I'm not going to crawl down that A sharp, G sharp, because I'm in C. It seems to move it all to the letters. And so I'm going to keep it. And I'm just going to go right on the same principle of dun, 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 like a chord, then dun, 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 dun. And that's a G, A sharp, G sharp, start from the beginning, E major 7. Every time you hit a chord, and then in between. And then when I hit the C major 7, it doesn't go, it goes A, G, because you've grounded yourself into C of all the letters. And this holds on that sustain of the A major 7 2 with B bass. And then it's back. Oh, I always forget to flip the page because I just like looking at you and saying these are great chords. A minor 7 2. And then G sharp minor 7 2. And then we're home. To G and E minor. What do I do with this song in the left hand? There's a whole lot of times that I didn't even know what I was going to do this song. Let's get this into the better kind of low cross here. And I would think of all kinds of things like right? Things, all these things like here, and you hear no chord, D, and that went pretty much all long time. Root fifth, root fifth, root fifth, root fifth. Fifth. In a fraction chord, the bottom is what you fifth off of, not the top. You're not doing a fifth off of E flat, which is E flat major 7 with an F bass. You're doing it off of F. And then of course in the A, your fifth is E. And then in the E flat, you got to do in the E flat is, remember, it's a crazy chord with a 6 even there. But that E flat is the bottom, and that's where you go in the fifth. And then the no chord, D, you have no chord. Hold on here. See, now there's a lot of in-betweens here, so it's hard to kind of demonstrate in this section of the song, but trust me, this is what happens. So, here it is. Instead, after many years of doing it, I started this bass line. And it was kind of based off of that, but it was all 16th notes, and it went as the 1 5 6 5 1 5 7 5 of every position. Like E would be E 1 5 6 5 1 5 7 5, and then what would be in the F with the E flat minor? Be 1 5 6 5 1 5 7, not major 7. And then and same with the A, 1, 5, 6, 5, but they don't have enough time because time is having music. You have to be there in the time. And when I went there, and so also in the, and then I always put these 2 chords in between. In between the, I went C, D. So now I have a new part. I mean the G to the E minor, the G to the E minor. But then I go C, D, and it's C, D, and then that alternate here, A sharp, B. Just flip the page, and then I do this chromatic crawl opposite in the opposite direction to get to F. It's like a bridge to F. But I'm going to be doing something interesting in the left hand. I'm going to be doing in the beginning, first 2 beats of each measure. But then in the 3rd and 4th measure, ding, gong, I'm going to do something cool. So I go 1, 5, 6, 5, 1, 5, 7, 5. It's cool. And then the F with the A flat major 7. And then A minor. And of course in the E flat. Didn't have time to do that. But anyways. It's the first 2 beats. But then I do a walk of a boogie. Or a walk of a boogie down. Both. I do both. I not only do the boogie of a minor. It's always a classic minor thing where you go. You learn this as you just fool around. It just sounds cool. But anyways, that's taking the minor 3rd down. But if you break it apart, it's a classic. You could do it in any key. A, you just take that minor 3rd down and crawl. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll do it solid. Okay, but then not just do that twice, because that would take 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and funny. But I decide to walk down then, taking out the F sharp as a boogie 7, ending to the little walk. So it goes. There's that walk, but then look at on the way down, no F sharp. Let's take it all together. Right? Do it again. What would be an E minor? E, C sharp, right? But then when you're crawling down, no C sharp. Should I do that here? Let's see. Oh, no, because I don't get that time. Because I have the C, D. It's just a 2 right there. But I have the C, D. And then that chromatic opposite starts on a C sharp, a nice dissonance with a D chord, and it just separates. I call it a no chord because it's just moving by so fast, but it's just these notes, y'all. But instead, break. See how it doesn't go to the natural stuff? Watch it. Broken chord. Just going chromatic neighboring, but breaking it. Starting in that dissonance of C sharp. A lot of my music I really like C sharp in the left hand. But then going opposite. Opposite. It sounds cool. And then I get so close to that melody note that one night I was fooling around. I'm right there. I again with nothing in the bass, just the F, so I could hear all the E flat major 7, and then the A minor is right after it. And there's A minor. Look at me, do 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 do. Funny. And then B C, then the E flat, D. It's also in the chorus. I wanted to show you here in the CanCan Express theme song how I do the bass there, because that's a really cool thing. It starts right here. I'm gonna take it up here, and notice it's all octaves. It's a plane of the whatever the bass note is. In this case, it's fraction chord. It's an E major 7 with F sharp bass. It is a just fraction right there. But then in the F sharp, remember, it's that part where you just move one finger to make it from a fraction chord to a F sharp 7 2 6 chord. But look what I'm doing in the bass. Dum, 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 like this. On the top is doing all the work. F sharp just stays there because it is always F sharp. No fifths in between. Right? Now there's a little bit of like a tone right there. Because I'm going to jump it. I'm going to anticipate with the E major 7 anyway, so I'm going to have to anticipate with the bass player. But I'm just going to go right back. And then I got a flip page here. In the E flat minor 7 2. But it starts becoming more predominant in my thinking. That the top one is short, almost staccato. So it goes. You hear that short top, and then goes the E. And then the more it gets into the chorus, see how it just stays there? Next page. There's not many bars that you can fit in there. And then at the end, even at the end. But I'm just crawling right up. And then on the E major 7 with a E pointed instead of with the pointer. An E major 7. But then what do? I do a really cool little. I'm just going the 1, the 5, and the 6. And I have to flip my hand. But then, that's on the F sharp. That's what I just decided to do with the fraction chord. I picked those notes, probably because I want to stay all in sharps. Some of them are a little bit questionable whether they should be used in that case, because we know the 5, when we build off of a fraction chord, the bottom of the fraction can be built off of this in the 5th and other additions down there, but the 6, I don't know. It's an interesting one, but I did it and I liked it because then I have to flip page here. Look what I do with the E. I take the same principle that and I just kind of slid it down a little bit, and I got the E, B, the 1, the 5, just like at the F sharp, C sharp, the 1, the 5, and the 6. And then when I did the E flat minor 7, I went E flat minor. Can we see where we are here? I'm going a little ahead of myself here. E flat minor 7. Wait, let's see. E flat minor 7 right here. See. Can you see it right here on the print? B flat, E flat, B flat, C, E flat, B flat, C, B flat, E flat, blah, 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 you know. Let's take it from the beginning. Take it from the beginning. Go back a couple pages here. Bing, pong. All right, so you're just doing the basic octaving here in the beginning of the chorus. You just take, I'll just take it. Here's the top page, and then I start now the anticipation. Flip the page. Hey, I've always said flip the page. Hope I have a foot switch for that. That'd be cool. E major 7 to the E flat minor 7, just still going with it. But now they're starting to get shorter. You see how I eighth nose those as to emphasize they are short. There's a lot of background accompaniment I know going here. But we're concentrating on the very top and the very bottom. The very bottom usually is just an octave off. And in this case, it's switched off that into a little bit of a 1-5-6-5. 1-5-6. There's 1-5-6. And then at the very end, it's a 5. 1-6-5. 1-6-5. 1. Wait. 1-6-5. 1-6-5. 1. It goes. Oh, it goes backwards all the way in the pattern. Oh, it keeps on going until the very end where it goes. There's some ending to that. I'm got to show you here. Here, so he goes. It stops then. I'm gonna go one more time here. Watch. See, I stop. Watch the bass. Watch it again. Oh, I'm sorry. When I start going into this part, I actually do not do the doo-doo. I think I just said do it in the beginning. Yeah. Here, stop. Right? I'm doing. Now I'm just gonna start going. And when I go into E major 7, E flat minor 7 to E major 7, E minor 7. When I'm going that, I don't stop. I don't go do 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 and stop. I just keep going do 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 do. Right? Steady. Oh, sorry. Steady, right? I think it's cool. And then when I come in, right? It goes just like that kind of same thing of do 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 do. Except this time I'm going to keep going up the whole octave of the keyboard. I'm going to go the whole octave in the same time. I've got the same amount of 16th notes in times out. It works out that way. The same that it was before. Right? I know there's a little bit of crawling going on here. Then I have this great crawling down thing that I do. It's an inversion bass thing. It's just it's how can I put it? It's a crescendo of music where it's just breaking down octaving. I mean a 4-note basic. How can I say this? Obviously, I'm stumbling on here because it's such a great thing. It's taking a lot of the addition notes, but seeing everything on the keyboard and kind of breaking it apart in sixth intervals. The sixth interval, I was talking about that in another song. I couldn't pronounce it. It's the sixth interval that I'm talking about, not the six added onto a chord, but the sixth interval built down or up from a chord is a beautiful thing. But there's also some fifths in there, but it's basically inverting the fatness of chordness of of the E major 7 and the D flat with an E flat bass. It's just a build that I have that's for a couple times, and then back to the E, and then back to that famous E major 7 with an F sharp bass, which is so prevalent in the CanCan Express theme song. And so I, right here, just keep this going, and I'm just going E and E flat. Wait, I might have enough keys here. Wait, see. And then it just keeps building and building and building, and let's see if I can. Maybe I could do it from here. Let's see. Here we go. Right. Am I right here? All right, so I'm still going. And then all of a sudden take off. And then go. In the E flat. Can you see me switching from the E to the E flat, the E major 7 to the E flat minor 7? Remember that old fooling around a row, it's just really close by chords makes it really big when you spread them out, you do things with them like. Such beautiful chords, really close to each other like that, are always such fun to do. And you're going all the way from a major 7 to a minor 7, right half step away. It's so beautiful. And fraction chords are so beautiful. So I build this with the kind of an inversion type thing after I've been, fooling the melody. And then I just go, flip the page, hopefully with a foot someday. Here we go. E major 7. Oh my mountain is holding, but you can see it on the top, and then E major 7, and then E flat. I'm sorry, D flat with it. Yes, it does. Hey, is that what it says over there? Yes, I think it is. Yes, it does. Can you see it? Yay! I'm right over here. I'm starting right here at the top. Here, E major 7. Wait. Stay close. Right, close. Close, not going all the way up on it, or the keyboard and stop. But slow it down. E, and then switches to E flat. E major 7. Remember, there's no E over here because I'm just using the 2 and the 3 and the 5 and the major 7 with an octave around it. Because I don't need the E letter name in the right hand guitar part because it's in the left hand taken care of. And especially in this one where I have to have a D flat, which is a D flat full, D flat, 4 note chord, E flat bass. Beautiful, just two chords together, like building and 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 building. Well, what if they were moving? What if they were just staying right there? They were going far. By fooling all over the keyboard, and then all of a sudden I figure, well, I want to keep it here and do this. Right? And then it ended by going all the way up the keyboard. And then end of the chorus. And now to the bridge.